YouTube, I do not own the rights to this music. Again, I do not own the rights to this music. Good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be in the world. Thank you for joining me for another edition of the Truth Conductor Show. Listen, y'all, you know, I don't think we talk about this enough, that fear is what's keeping us divided. Okay? KT, what's going on? Thank you for joining me. I don't think we talk about this enough. You know, that fear is what's being used to keep us divided. Because when you're afraid of a person, you ain't gonna talk to them. Matter of fact, you don't want to have nothing to do with them. When you're scared of them, you try to avoid them. Hey, Steve, man, thank you for that $10 this morning, brother. I had my phone in airplane mode this morning because some people was saying that they was gonna call, and I didn't want it to interrupt my broadcast. So I had my phone in airplane mode, brother. But as soon as I got off, you and Bernie sent me some money. Man, thank you. And Bernie, if you come up in here, brother, you always been a blessing. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. But it's fear, y'all, that they use to control us. Okay? Hey, my man, you got to start somewhere. One day you will be. See, you got to start somewhere, Steve. And appreciate everything starts small, brother. There's not a thing in the world that exists that didn't start small. Matter of fact, you started small. You started small. When you came out of baby, you didn't come out of your mama as an adult. You came out your mama as a baby. You grew into what you are. So appreciate where you're at, man. Listen, brother. It's a lot of times that $10 then came in handy. Okay, there are a lot of times you done sent me that $10, and I needed it. Okay, so I ain't mad, brother. I ain't mad. I'm grateful. I'm thankful, and that's more than a whole lot of people done said. I got a lot of people come up in here every day, ain't never sent me a dime, and they eat at this table. Okay, they come in and soak up all of the information I got to give, but here again, because we afraid. And see, and this is the travesty. Good people are afraid of other good people. Well, I don't think right now that death is the greatest fear, because right now they're afraid of another person. It ain't got nothing to do with death. People are afraid of each other. Because if you look at all of the media, that's why I don't turn the TV on, man. Because all they're showing you is negativity. I only watch the news. I can't tell you the last time I watched the news. Anything I want to get, man, I get on this phone, and that's what I do. Well, thank you, man. I hope so. That's the plan. I hope I am around for another 50 years. But seriously, this is what keep us in bondage, fear. And That's the one thing. Listen. What's the date? Saturday, Thursday. I saw about 50 clergy come down. I knew they was clergy because they had the collar on and black suits. Okay, I knew they was clergy, and the majority of them was white. I mean, white. And when I looked at them, maybe this is what's good. I said, wherever y'all from, it ain't a whole lot of sun. Okay, because I mean, they ain't have no kind of color in their skin whatsoever. Come to find out, they was from Rhode Island, right? And one pastor stopped and spoke. Out of whole, and when they was leaving, I was like, how is it that the clergy is afraid to speak? A preacher is afraid to speak to a stranger. And the guy went on with the analogy. He said, and I told him, I said, man, what are they teaching in church? And I'm sitting in front of the police, and you still scared to speak to me. And he said, well, you know, Jesus healed 10 lepers, and only one came back to say thank you. And maybe I'm the one that is coming back to say thank you. But look at the other 50, the lives that they're impacting. What are they teaching? If they are afraid to speak to a stranger and they are clergy, what are they teaching their people? And saying, this is what I'm saying. You mean to tell me good people can't speak to other good people? Okay? Good people are afraid of other good people. You're gonna tell me there's no good person that can agree with this message? Say, man, I can get behind this. I mean, think about this, y'all. What bad can you get out of this? Think about it for a minute. Damn. That might be the question I need to ask. What bad can you get out of this? I mean, really, when you seriously sit down and think about it, what bad can come out of this? Because you're trying to get people to stop hating each other because they disagree. And let me show y'all. Y'all, listen. Okay, listen. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. See, here's the problem. Somewhere along the way, people have gotten this word and this word to mean the same. And they don't. When you disagree with somebody, first thing they're going to point out, why you hate me? Because you disagree. And they automatically equate that to hate. And see, in our community, they call the person that disagree with you your op, which is opposition. And you're supposed to kill your opposition, all because you disagree. That's in the black community. When we disagree with each other, we kill each other. Because we're equating that to hate. And nobody's willing to talk about it. Nobody wants to put the subject on the table. Matter of fact, I've had a lot of people to come up and say, who's the truth conductor? Are you affiliated with some religious organization? No, that's me. Well, what are you going to do with the money that we give you. I'm going to better myself. And you have a problem with me profiting from being positive, but you don't have a problem with me profiting from being divisive, from dividing people, from making people scared of each other. I can get rich overnight. I could have joined the Stop the Steal bandwagon and been rich. I could jump on the Trump train right now and get rich overnight, spreading division and fear. And I'm a Republican, and I choose not to. I choose not to because I'm trying to get people to talk to one another. Stop talking at each other. And see, and you hear this analogy, I use it. If America is the eagle, why is the left wing trying to destroy the right wing and the right wing trying to destroy the left? What bird you know can fly with one wing? Okay? What bird do you know that can fly with one wing? See, we need some people that can disagree with each other, that can fight, that can fuss, and still get the job done. That's what we need. And if you can't work together, you should not be elected to public office. Period. If you refuse to work together, you should not serve in American politics. But because I'm in a hotel and people are scared to support this financially, don't nobody take me serious. Nobody take me serious. And they agree with me. But ain't no money trying to get behind this. See, nobody with money want to support this. And all I'm trying to do is live the American dream, man. To come up with a positive idea and be independent. Why I got to be with a company to be able to, and that's another thing they ask, what organization are you with? I ain't with nobody. I'm by myself, but I don't qualify. Okay? Thank you, Jonathan. So that's what I deal with on a day-to-day basis. Man, a lot of times, yesterday, I had this rental and made the mistake of taking it down to the White House. Man, them jokers hit me, and I can't complain because I done parked down there and got over. I done got away with so much parking down near the White House. I can't go. They hit me with $150 worth of tickets yesterday. Okay? And I'm like, you know what? I can't complain. Because for like 2 or 3 years, man, even if they put a ticket on my car, it would have been a mistake. But because this was a rental, man, they took my ass up. And I just said, I'll take that. I'll take that. That's just par for the course. All right? No, it's my fault, man. It's my fault. I'm responsible for that, and I'm going to take the responsibility. Good thing I got 30 days to pay it. It's my fault. It's my fault. Because I saw the sign, but, because I done got away with so much down there, I thought maybe today I might get away again. And I didn't. I got caught. I took the chance. I got caught. So I have to live with that. I got to live with it. All right? But we got to stop. We got to stop hating each other, man. We got to stop being afraid of each other. We got to stop. Tanya, long time. Thank you for joining me. We got to stop. And this is how they're keeping us divided. And notice, nobody wants to put the subject on the table. Man, if I'm successful, they got to talk about this. If people would get behind me financially, they got to ask, now how you doing this? Because people support the message. And if people support the message, then you're going to have to talk. How can I talk about my success and not talk about this message? How can I talk about my success and not talk about whoever sponsors it? How can I do that? I can't. I can't talk about it without. But people are afraid to make something, and they agree with me. That's the part that blows my mind. They agree. But I can't support you financially. And all of the division, the violence, and all of this stuff going on day in, day out, but nobody wants to get behind this message financially so it can get up on the table and be discussed. And that's the one thing, y'all know I read, here, let me show you. So you won't think I'm lying. Okay? I ran for mayor of D.C. Right here. You see this? Vote 94. Don Folden for mayor, District of Columbia. I ran for mayor of D.C. against Marion Barry. You see how that turned out, don't you? I ran for mayor. I was a street vendor. And I was fighting the corruption in the police department, and they told me I was lying. And I said, man, if I got to run for mayor to tell this story, and the guy looked at me and said, man, don't waste your time. You're a street vendor. Ain't nobody going to listen to you. I said, what you say? He said, don't waste your time. You're a street vendor. Ain't nobody going to listen to you. I was offended. I should have listened. But I walked right into Board of Election. What I got to do to run for mayor? They said, raise your right hand. Here's some petition. We need 2,000 signatures. I went out and got 4,000 to make sure I got on the ballot. But what I learned, if you didn't have nobody giving you no money, no matter what, let me show you. Don Folden Sr. has lived in Washington, D.C. area for over 20 years. As an independent African-American businessman, he is intimately familiar with the survival of private enterprise. Don Folden knows the policies and procedures associated with starting and owning a business in D.C., and he knows how difficult it is. Don Folden will change that. Now, it's the first time I ever had a platform. This is the first time in my life that I've come up with a political platform. Okay? Listen to this. As a single father with 2 children who attend D.C. public school, Don Folden is aware of the survival problem facing our children on a daily basis. Don Folden will change that. Okay? Now, look at the survival issues. This was in 94, over 30 years ago. And some of the same stuff I was talking about 30 years ago is still relevant today. As a citizen, Don Folden knows your pain and frustration in dealing with the current leadership because he has been a victim of it too. Don Folden will change that. Don Folden needs your vote on September 94 primary and the November 94th election to start making needed changes in government for the benefit of the citizens in this city. Together, we can fight back. Now, this was my platform. Rehabilitation and education over incarceration. This was my platform. Rehabilitation and education over incarceration. Our elected leaders have uh, spent billions on drug interdiction versus rehabilitation. Because we do not attack the root of the problem, we continue to place repeat offenders in already overpopulated prisons. Many times, these offenders do not receive the necessary treatment to reshape and rebuild their lives. With the illiteracy rate among our students represented as among the highest in the nation, the citizens of D.C., the nation's capital of the free world, must fight back. The District of Columbia can no longer be a playground for people that just want a paycheck. If we don't reflect pride and responsibility about our jobs and about our city, statehood will remain a distant dream. To attract business to the district, we need to relax automobile ticketing and booting, particularly on weekends, so our business owners can compete with the businesses in the suburbs. All right, that was my mindset right there. See, but again, listen. In the last 5 years, crime has escalated over 58%, and 44% of that is alcohol and drug abuse related crime. Again, if we focus on root causes of these behavior, crime will decrease. But we also have to become aware of how we treat people we're trying to help. Let's encourage people to not only dream, but to be dream makers and builders. The American dream is still alive. You can still work hard and go from rags to riches in America, but we need to show our young people they don't have to sell death to get it. Hard work still pays off in America and in the District of Columbia. To all the angry young men out there, let's talk. If you have a plan to work, I'll help you. Even if you don't have a plan, I'll help you to work one out. But know one thing, as mayor of the District of Columbia, we will have peace in the streets. We ain't got nobody talking like that now. Telling these young people, man, you ain't got to go out here and do all this carjacking and all this robbing and stealing. The only thing you hurting is us, because you're chasing away business. D.C. ain't but 10 square miles by law. We can only be 10 square miles. So naturally, we're landlocked. And it don't take a lot to turn the apple cart over. But yet, we ain't got nobody telling them, man, stop all this madness. The only thing they see working is rapping, being an entertainer, or athlete or drug dealer. That's the only thing they see working. We don't show them entrepreneurs that are working, that have pulled themselves up by the bootstrap. We don't show that. But we show them the drug deal. We glorify in the black community the drug dealer. It's glorified over a business person. Let me say that again. A drug dealer is glorified, killing his own people, and they're glorified over somebody that's helping them. And either they want to be in the music industry, an athlete, or a dope dealer. That's it. I mean, look at, see, social media has made the need for an education obsolete today. See, before the pandemic, you needed an education. After the pandemic, you don't need no education now. You got girls that are high school dropouts, busting it open on OnlyFans and making more money than a woman with a PhD. Let me say that again. You got high school dropouts busting it open on OnlyFans, making more money than a woman with a PhD. Matter of fact, you got women with PhDs busting it open on OnlyFans. I've seen where teachers, lawyers have quit their jobs to go to OnlyFans. You got to degrade yourself to make it. But you can't be positive and get the same result. Something wrong with that picture. And we wonder why we got the confusion and the chaos in our community. Look at what we're showing. And there's not one person in the world that can honestly disagree with this message. I got 5 people up in here. Can any one of y'all honestly disagree with this message? I mean, seriously, can you honestly disagree with this message? And if you can't, how come it's not successful? Think about it. Because people are afraid. They are afraid to support something positive. But if I was out here acting a fool, man, to this day, this year, my kids will be, one's already 41, the other one's coming up on 40. Last time I saw my kids' mother, they was 2 and 3. I can tell you that, I couldn't tell you today if that girl is dead or alive. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But when I saw that she wasn't really interested in being in our children's lives, man, I just put my head down and said, I gotta build something. I gotta get out here and build something. Okay? And I'll take that on the chin because I fell for a pretty face. That was my mistake. I fell for a pretty face. Okay? But I couldn't tell you to this day, the last time I saw my kid. Matter of fact, let me see if I got that picture. Let me see if I got that picture. I'm gonna show you. See, this is some of the times they used to lock me up as a street vendor. Right here. Okay? I had that picture. What'd I do with that picture? I'm gonna find it. I just happen to see these sitting up. But I'm gonna find it. Last time I saw my kids' mama, they was 2 and 3. Matter of fact, Chicago had just won the Super Bowl. And I was in Chicago selling T-shirts for the Super Bowl. That's the coldest I've ever been in my life. That night when Chicago played the Super Bowl, it was minus 20 below. I ain't never been that cold in my life. Never, ever have I been that cold in my life. Okay? And that's the last time I saw my kid's mama. Couldn't tell you today if she's dead or alive. But I still, and my kids went to DC public schools. And both of my kids went out of the country through DC public schools. My daughter went to Norway. My son went to Brazil through DC public school. Because I see, by me being a street vendor, I worked every day. No, man, it ain't nothing to be sorry about. I got the ultimate respect for my baby's for my kid's mama, because I don't know nothing about baby mama drama. She got out, she stayed out. She wasn't back and forth. I don't know nothing about no drama. I can't help you with baby mama drama because I don't know nothing about it. And my kid's mama ain't no stranger in my house. She ain't no stranger in my house. I just don't know where she is. Okay? And I got the ultimate respect for her. Because when she got out, she stayed out. She gave me a chance to lay the foundation without any confusion, without any distraction. I was able to lay the foundation. Now, I made some mistakes. Okay? Because I was trying to be a father through trial and error. Because the only template I had was how my grandmama raised me. That was my template. And I was trying to use that template on them at a different time. And it was some conflict. Okay? But I did the best I knew how. And I can tell you this. Ain't nobody around can outwork any one of my children. No. My grandson's father was Roberta Flack's nephew. That's the connection with my grandson. You know, my daughter was a teenage teenage mother. My daughter got pregnant at 16. Man, I was hot as fish grease when I found out my daughter was pregnant. Okay? And I can say that girl ain't miss a beat. She did not miss a beat. Did a hell of a job on my grandson. That's I done showed y'all the talent of my grandson. Okay? My daughter was a teenage mama. And that's another thing I had to deal with. And I was wished that I had her mama around. And everybody knew she was pregnant but me. I was the last one to find out my daughter was pregnant. I was the last one to find out. Matter of fact, I had opened up my first showroom, the African Tabletop, up on George Avenue. Man, I was working. I'd go in there early in the morning, and it'd be midnight before I come home. Because I was trying to get that idea to work. I was trying to because ain't nobody doing it in the world, man. And I was like, man, let me see, can I get this off the ground and make it work? And for about 8-9 months, I hung out, and finally I had to close shop. You see, but my daughter was a teenage mama and did a hell of a job. And the girl got a master's degree. Right now, she got a master's. She didn't miss a beat. Okay, so I can relate to that kind of stuff. But like I said, as far as their mama is concerned, couldn't tell you if she dead or alive right now. Couldn't tell you. And every time I've tried to find her, the trail go cold. I just stopped trying. I said maybe one day, if she's still alive and I get some success, and if I got some success, I'd hook that girl up. I'd give her some money. Because she did give me 2 babies. Because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have my grandson. I'd hook her up. I really would. I'd hook her up. No strings attached. Here you go, girl. Take this. And be happy. Okay? Well, yeah. I got some fallout from it. But if it wasn't for my mother and my stepfather, I'd have never made it with my kids. If it wasn't for my mother and my stepfather, I'd have never made it. I can say that. I had a hell of a support system. Because from the first grade to the ninth grade to the 10th grade, from the first grade to the 10th grade, neither one of my kids can tell you, come home and nobody was there. We took them to school. If I couldn't pick them up, my mama or my stepfather picked them up, brought them home. But every day, I took them to school and somebody picked them up. Every day. My kids couldn't tell you. Only time they start riding the bus was when they got in the 10th grade. Them first 9 years, they ain't have to worry about riding. Every day, somebody was at the house. Somebody was at home that could go get them. Somebody. Yes, indeed. Okay? And that was an experience at the time because, you know, man, it's kind of a rude awakening when you realize that the other parent don't want to be involved. The other parent, for whatever reason, she didn't want to be involved. And, you know, I just had to accept that reality. That she just didn't want to be involved in our children's lives. So I did what I thought was the right thing to do. And like I said, man, I made some mistakes. But you can't outwork either one of my children. I guarantee you that. You ain't gonna outwork neither one of my children. And if you do, it's only because they let you. But you ain't gonna outwork them. That's how I raised them. I raised them with some work ethic. Both of my kids. I raised them with some work ethic. Okay? Well, yeah, kinda. Yeah, it kinda. Yeah. Yeah. And I just been trying to get one of my ideas to work, man. Cause I'm not afraid to try. Matter of fact, the guy that invented this is how I opened up my dinnerware shop. One day, let me see if I got that brochure. One day, this guy name is Jim Rowland. I'm gonna get the brochure. Came up and he said, "Hey, Folden, you see my dinnerware line?" I said, "No." And he showed me this brochure, man, with these dishes that was trimmed in 24 karat gold. And I said, "Damn, man, you need to open up a showroom for this." He said, "You open up one, and I'll put the dishes in there." Matter of fact, let me show y'all. And when he said that, I was like, you see, those are the cups. Those are the cups. But look, there's my business card, right there. There's my business card. And right now, this building is the Hip Hop Museum. Right now, and in this building is the Hip Hop Museum in DC. But this was my first storefront. Right here, the African tabletop. And then during the pandemic, that name just came back to me. When we were locked inside. And I said, well, I wonder if this name is still available. And I Googled it and it was still available. And I repurchased the African tabletop. That's when I decided that, hold on, y'all. That's when I decided I'm going to create my own line of dinnerware. I'm going to create my own line. That's how I came across that. And, I mean, Uh, oh, here's the guy, Roland. This is the guy. This is the guy right here. He's dead now. That's the guy that created this. This is the guy that created Kwanzaa. Right here. The whatever his name is, he created Kwanzaa. Okay. But this is my that's why I you know, and I was just like, okay, let me try. What can I lose by trying? What can I lose trying? That's why right now when the idea comes to me, I'll embrace it. Because what have I got to lose trying? And what I find that because so many people are conditioned to get a job, sometimes they have a problem with you being so independent. Because I got plenty of people out there, man, why don't you go get a job? Get a job. And all I'm trying to do is just make something happen on my own. So I can create some jobs. That's why I created my tour company. So I can create some jobs. I created my hop-on, hop-off shuttle so I can create some jobs. I've been trying. Okay? And here's the sad thing, man. And so many people have given their lives to jobs to end up, in the end, that job is the very thing that turns on them. They lose all their benefits because the job shut down. The job go out of business, and they done gave their life to the job. All I'm saying is, man, go out on your own. If you're going to go out, okay, go out on your own. Don't go out because you had all your eggs in somebody else's basket. If you're going to go out because you had all your eggs in your basket. Okay? If you're going to go out because you tried. Not because somebody else tripped you up, but you're the one that was trying. Because see, independence, there's a fine line between success and failure, and you never know where that success is. All you have to do is keep trying. Hell, look at this guy at Wendy's. Dave, that's right. You got people that then gave their whole life, then worked their whole life, and now don't even have a pension. Not only do they not have a pension, they ain't got no health insurance. They got nothing. And they done gave a company all their life. And now at 60 and 70 years old, they got to start over from scratch. Can you imagine mentally what that'll do to a person? And see, that's another thing that I'm kind of grateful, because being my independence, man, I always had to stay on top of my health. Being independent. See, I got to live a healthy lifestyle because I can't afford to be sick. Okay? I can't afford to be sick. And people are surprised that I'm 71 because I don't go out here with that crazy lifestyle. Because I got to stay on top of, wait a minute, let me turn this heat off. That's how I looked at it. I always tried to stay on top of my health. I just told my son the other day, we went out to dinner, and that was a strained relationship. And I said, man, soon you'll be 40 years old. You know, y'all call me crazy, but you ain't never seen me sick in your life. In your 40 years on this earth, you've never seen me sick. But yet, you won't listen to me. And you ain't never seen me sick. I must know something. If you ain't never seen me sick in your 40 years, and he said, damn, Daddy, I never thought about it like that. You've never seen me sick. But yet, you won't listen to me. I mean, go figure that out. I don't know what I'm talking about. But you ain't never seen me sick. And I've been in the house with sick people. And it didn't touch me. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, so I don't know, man. We got to stop being scared of each other, because that's what's not only dividing us, keeping us separated, but it's keeping them in power. Because as long as we scared of each other, we ain't gonna talk to one another. And maybe if we start talking to each other, we'll figure out that we got more in common than we do differences. All right? What's going on? Hey, Bernie. Man, thank you, brother, for that $50 this morning. I had my phone on airplane mode, and I got to notice after I hung up. But thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate you, brother. I really do. I appreciate you, brother. And one day, I'm going to be able to bless you, Bernie. I'm going to be able to knock your socks off, brother. I'm going to be able to bless you, brother. You, Steve, Everett, and Laura. I'm going to be able to bless y'all. I'm telling you that now. Because they're the 4 people, man, that have consistently sown into my life financially. Matter of fact, if it wasn't for them 4, I wouldn't still be in this room. And that's just the truth. Okay? But don't let fear control you. Because when you're afraid, you're reactionary. When you're fearful. When you're proactive, you don't even entertain fear. You eat fear when you're proactive. When you're reactive, that's when you entertain fear. Okay? But when you're proactive, man, your mind is always looking out on the horizon, looking for what you can find. I will, man. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'll do that. I absolutely will, Bernie. I will look into it, brother. As a matter of fact, I'm going to start looking into it tonight. I'll start looking into it tonight. You know? I will. I certainly will. I certainly will. I certainly will. I need to be in Dubai. I go over there, boy, I shake that joint up. You get me off and all that money? Shit. I'm coming out of there with something, buddy. See, listen to me, y'all. Listen to me. You know, a lot of people go on vacation to enjoy themselves and have fun. When you go on vacation, you need to be looking at what you can get into. All right? You need to be seeing how you going. When the first time I took my kids to Jamaica, man, I took stuff over there to sell. I took to show my kids this how you survive. And we would go and spread a blanket out on the beach and sell our little stuff. That's how I made it in Jamaica. Every time I went to Jamaica, I took something over there to sell. I took something to sell. That's what I'm going to do. That's how I'm going to make it. And that's what I showed my kids. So when you go somewhere, man, look at what opportunity you can get into. And now that I got some people in Dubai that know me, what do you think how they would respond if they knew I was there? You know? So I've already introduced myself to Dubai. So somebody know me in Dubai. All I got to do is show up. That's all I got to do. Is show up. All right? It is. It's bigger than the U.S., man. But most folk are afraid. See, that would go back to fear. Most folk are afraid to even dream that big. They think that they can do something that can get somebody's attention. Because they're scared. Man, you know how many people call me delusional and crazy? Because I was trying to get the attention of Dubai. And then when I got their attention, they had another, oh, anybody can do that. No. And I didn't send them no private message or nothing. I got their attention on social media. I got their attention on social media and they responded. That's how I got their attention. I didn't send them no private message. They sent me a message and say, here's how you can better communicate with us. And that's all I did. I just kept bombarding them with my idea. And it worked. So if it worked for them, maybe it'll work for somebody else. And I've been working on another company trying to get their attention because I done got Dubai's attention. So let's see how I can get their attention. See? So, and you can't be scared to try. Let me say that again. You cannot be afraid to try. Matter of fact, let me see right now, Bernie. Let's see what it costs. 9 days, cause it starts at $1,700, and that's just so you're looking at probably about $2,000, $2,500. Cause I ain't trying to fly cheap. something that I wanna at least have some kind of comfort. But yeah, so you're looking at about $2,300, somewhere thereabouts. But I'm gonna check the airlines and see what they got. What they come up with. Yeah, because this is a crazy. This website is called Wing Buddy. Nah. Let me see what United is offering. Oh no. That ain't it. Is it expensive to fly? The best one-way flight to Dubai from the United States, damn, in the last 72 hours is $278. I'm gonna look into this. I'm gonna look into this and see. What's the flight time? 12 hours and 45 minutes. That's what you got to deal with. That's what you got to deal with. I'm gonna look into it. And my daughter was telling me, because they went to Hawaii, and she was like, that if you fly on long trips like this, you need some compression socks to help prevent blood clots. I didn't know that. She said, yeah, we got a whole bunch of them. Got compression socks that you wear to prevent blood clots. Because flying that long can actually cause your body to have blood clots. So, I said, okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. But I'm gonna check with Emirates and see what they got. Because I might be able to fly right out of Dulles on Emirates to Dubai. But I'm gonna check it, Bernie. I will check it. I certainly will. I love to get I love to be able to get my wife. We've never been on a honeymoon. We'll be married next month on the 29th, 5 years. Yeah, I'll find out. I'll find out, Bernie. I certainly will. But I'd love to take my wife to Dubai for a honeymoon, because we haven't had one. You know, and that's another reason, man. I'm trying to get something to work so I can make my wife proud. You know, she can say, that's my husband right there. That's him. That's him. That's him. I know him. That's what I'm trying to do. Man, get my attention on my wife in the face. Hey, I know him. That's my husband. Because a lot of people don't even know we married in the Philippines. So, yeah, that would be interesting. But man, stop being afraid. Stop the fear. That's how they're controlling you, with fear. They got you scared to try. They got you scared to trust. They got you scared to talk. They got you scared to believe. Okay, I certainly will, man. I certainly will, Brian. I certainly will. Now you're stimulating some thought now, and maybe that's what I need. Maybe that's what I need. Maybe that's what I need to get some stimulus. Something gonna break. Wait a minute. What is this? Hold on a second here. Hold on a second here. Jonathan, man, thank you for the $10, brother. Thank you. That's the first time. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I just saw a cash out drop down. I was like, wait a minute. Man, thank you, brother. Thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate that, brother. I sure do. Thank you, sir. Thank you. That's uplifting. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. All you got to do is try, man. Okay? I might, you know, I tell you, boy, wouldn't it be something if I can go live from Dubai? Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something if I can go live from Dubai? God diggity dog. I'm telling you. And this thing right here, man, I'm close. Okay? I'm close. I'm close to a sponsor. I can feel it. I just don't know where they at. But I'm close to having a sponsor for this message right here. And it's going to change the world. This message right here is going to change the world. Because people are going to see, all they need to see is some validation. And that's what a sponsor would do to this, would just validate. Man, that man is on to something. That's all a sponsor is going to do. And see, and that's what people are waiting for, this message to be validated. That's all they doing. And see, and like I told Mercedes, the first, why not be the first? Why not be the first one? And notice, ain't nobody coming to us talking about unity. When the last time you saw a company promoting unity? Think about it. When is the last time you saw a company saying, man, let's come together. Let's start talking to each other. You don't see it. They sitting on the sidelines playing it safe. Nobody has stuck their toe in the water and said, let me see what's over here. Trying to bring people together. They don't see that as profitable. And that's our fault. Because we haven't shown that being positive. Thank you, Bernie. I'll get it. I'm gonna get the information, brother. Thank you. We haven't shown that. All right? But anyway, 9 o'clock. Man, thank y'all for joining me. Thank you very much. Stop being afraid. Okay? There is a lot on the other side of your fears to be discovered if you would just take the chance. And all I'm saying is, man, discover what's on the other side of that fear. Ahmad, thank you for joining me, man. There's something on the other side of your fear. And all you got to do is just be brave enough to look on the other side. That's all you got to do, man, is just look on what's on the other side of your fear. Take a look, and you might be surprised. It ain't as bad as you think it is. But because you embrace your fears, you're scared to look. You're going to stay over here, and you're scared to look to see what's on the other side. Okay? May y'all be blessed. Thank you so very much. See you later.